Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make spinach and artichoke dip. You just need a few ingredients, a can of artichoke hearts, a package of the shredded Parmesan cheese, some dill weed seasoning, about a half a package of frozen spinach, some mayonnaise, and some cream cheese. So first you're going to take an 8-ounce package of cream cheese. It doesn't need to be softened. Mine was straight out of the fridge. And a 7-ounce container of shredded Parmesan cheese. I use the blend that has the Asiago and Romano cheeses in it. I think it tastes the best. And I'm going to put about 1/4 a cup of mayonnaise in. You can add more. The actual recipe that I have calls for a full cup, but I advise not putting that much in there because it's so rich it hurts your stomach. And it tastes better if you put less in, I think. So with the hand mixer, just going to go ahead and mix those 3 ingredients first until they're pretty well blended. And in the meantime, you can preheat your oven to 375. And as you can see, that's just about blended. And there's only 2 ingredients to add next. We're going to add the artichokes and the spinach. The can of artichokes that I buy, I think it's called grilled and marinated, and they taste really good like that. I have made it before with just regular can of artichokes, and that works the same as well in case you can't find the grilled and marinated kind. But you're just going to lightly kind of slice it. It's okay if there's still chunks in it because it'll kind of get mixed up and grind it up when you blend it again. But I'm going to put the entire jar. I'm just going to kind of go through and chop it and add it in there. And the spinach I used, you can buy blocks of spinach that are frozen. So I used half a block of frozen spinach, and you squeeze it to get all the water out because there's a lot of water in it. You're going to squeeze it really, really good to get the water out. And once you have all the artichokes, you're going to go ahead and blend it again. Just a few minutes until everything's really well incorporated. And that's pretty much it. It's extremely simple, just a few ingredients, and it is delicious. I make it all the time for parties, and people go nuts over this stuff. So next you take any kind of oven safe dish. I have a little Corningware dish that's like the perfect size. So you just scoop it all in there and evenly spread it around. That way, try to make it as even as possible so it cooks well. And depending on how thick you have it, mine's a little thick here. I'm going to bake it. I think I baked it for about half an hour. Depending on how deep your dish is, you might need a little bit more, a little bit less time. I sprinkled the top with some dill weed seasoning. I put pretty much on it. I'm not really sure if it has quite a taste, but I like the way it looks after it's baked. And you just bake it until it's brown and bubbly, which takes anywhere from about 30 to 40 minutes, like I said, depending on how thick it is. And that's it. It's delicious, and it tastes great even the next day, probably even better. Serve it with chips, crackers, whatever you want. Thanks for watching, guys.